So I figured I would do a review on this mower. It's a Toro Timecutter Max. It's the 50-inch. I bought this mower about 2 years ago from Lowe's, and it's been all right. There's a few little quirks here and there that I'd like to go over before you buy one. So I've had this mower for 2 years, and it's been used. Let's just say that. I use it at least once a week throughout the whole grass cutting season, and I've used it for the past 2 years, so it's definitely gotten some hours and some use on it. And the next thing I will say, when you buy this thing, hour meter on it, so you don't know how many hours you actually have on the machine. All right, so the main reason I bought this thing is it looked pretty tough, to be honest. Has a solid deck on it. The deck looks really good and tough. The tires that come on it are pretty beefy, pretty aggressive tread. 50-inch cut was pretty nice for the price, but Toro, their reputation, you hear the name all the time, and I've used Toros in the past, commercial grade Toros, and thought I'd give it a shot. But there's one thing that I would have done different if I would rebuy this thing. I really wanted the Kawasaki engine, but this one's the Briggs & Stratton 22 horse. But when you buy these from Lowe's, they'll have Kohlers, they'll have Briggs & Strattons, and they'll have Kawasaki's on them. Go for the Kawasaki. They're easier to work on, and I think parts are pretty easy to find for all the engines, but I would have gone with the Kawasaki. The throttle cable. I don't know if you can see the throttle cable right here, but it's right beside the engine. Now, when that engine heats up, it melts that plastic coating of the throttle cable and causes the throttle cable not to move. So the throttle cable was stuck for a little bit until I had to end up freeing it up. It's kind of a bad design on their part, just where they routed it and what kind of throttle cable they used. So if you have that problem with this, that's probably your culprit right there. And all right, so first things first, right off the rip, when I got this thing home, I cut about 4 acres with it or so. And first thing right off the rip, I hit a bunch of acorns or something, and it hopped up. Somehow it hopped up, and it got up under the pulley, and the belt broke. I didn't even finish cutting the first time whenever I got it home. I had to go get a new belt. That's about $90. No biggie, just kind of a pain in the butt. I think it was just kind of an accident and wasn't anything with how they made it. Second off, I guess this was after I had this mower for about a year. The chute, I guess the grass chute, it's cheap and it's plastic and it's real thin. And I hit a rock and it busted it up. So now it kind of worked out. I ended up rigging it up where I cut it in half. And I got this wood. It looks goofy, I know, but I traced it out and I ended up, that way I can have a chute blocker. I just drop it down whenever I don't want to hit the house or something like that. But you can buy new ones of these, but I figured it's just going to break again. Until they make a better one, I wouldn't buy another one. I'll just use that. And the chute blockers I saw online are like $300. I'm not paying $300 for that. So it does the same thing and it does what I need it to do. Just looks a little goofy. And then third off, I actually hit the edge of the deck on a T-post when I was going around my field. So I actually had to re-weld this back because it peeled it back kind of like a banana. But other than that, this deck's pretty solid. It's all fabricated, other than hitting the edge of it over there on a daggum T-post, which that's just my accident. But other than that, it's pretty tough. But other than that, the tire is pretty aggressive. It's a good little mower. I've had it for 2 years. I figure it'll last at least 6 or 7. Definitely wouldn't use this mower on for like a business. I would definitely go ahead and get the commercial grade. This is good for just kind of maintaining the house lawn and if you've got a couple acres, 4 or 5 acres, it'd be a good one. But on hills, it does all right. When it's wet, it will spin, even with those pretty aggressive knobby tires. But other than that, I like it. I'd get one.